Welcome to a demonstration of CloudStudio. CloudStudio is a web-based editor that runs entirely within a modern browser. In this first instance, I'm going to connect to the %sys namespace. The %sys namespace has around 6,500 source code items, including classes, routines, and CSV files. I'll show that the tree is performant, and we can scroll down just to prove that we have all of those items. And I'm going to open a dozen random items just to show that the editor is connected to and working in a performant way. Now you can see that as I'm opening items, the tabs are now overflowing of the screen real estate, but we have an overflow button at the end which enables me to see the items that are currently loaded, and I can select one of those items which brings it into focus. I can split the screen so that I have two editors open at once. I can continue to open additional items, and that too has its own overflow, as does this one. I can control various options of these editors, such as the minimap, which I can turn on and off, the line numbers. Also note that the row and column is updated in real time at the bottom. Next, I will connect to the ensemble namespace, or the ONS namespace, and I'm going to change to the light mode. I'm going to move to full screen, and I'm going to change the accent. So now we've gone to green, and I'm going to look for, let's see, the standalone. So I'm going to look for some DTL items. So this is a slightly experimental feature of the editor at the moment. This is just to show that I can embed a DTL within the editor. One of the things that you might notice is I have adjusted some of the DTL style, so reducing the buttons, also removing the scroll buttons here where there is no need to have them, which just makes the overall aesthetics slightly more cleaner. And lastly, let's go into a developer area, and I'm going to create a new class. And you can see that the editor itself is also highly performant. This is actually using the Monaco embedded editor, which comes within VS Code itself. Now I got a couple of options here. I can save from the top menu. Also have some quick buttons here. So there's a save. You can see as soon as I hit the save, it will open up the console window here, which I can minimize again. Also the compile, and you can see here that's compiled okay. If I inject problem into the code. I can also show here using F2, which is wired into the editor, means I can keep my hands on the keyboard. Hitting F2 there, you can see it has presented me with an error. So I can see that I need to fix the return type. There we go, that's now compiled and okay. And you can see if I run that, there you go, that class is working. So this is a very quick demonstration. You can see that the editor has most of the ingredients that you need for a code editor. All it needs is a evergreen web browser. The vision for this first version is to provide a solution that's on par with CloudStudio without any need for client installations, such that it needs to be equal in load times and UI performance, also equal in simplicity to explore, open, save and compile code. It should also support DTL and BPL editing. And importantly, one of the next features that I'll be working on is to make sure that there is a direct equivalent of the inspector which comes in CloudStudio. And there are also on the roadmap things that I would like to do, so improving aspects such as supporting code history, so never losing a recent edit, being able to do code differences, also to fully embrace projects, which I know a lot of people still use. So make projects first class feature of the editor, but to remove some of the quirks that exist within CloudStudio, but also to add a management tool for organizing the contents. And also another big feature is going to be to integrate unit testing directly within the IDE, so that we have continual testing and reporting of any issues. Longer term, the vision is to take the solution from being just a code editor to a full-blown IDE. So that obviously there's lots of features that could be added into an IDE. So code completion, code suggestion, being able to improve on some of those areas where CloudStudio fails. For instance, presenting suggestions for return types and class methods. Also integrating debugger, so I have some ideas for time travel debugging and also live code inspector. Built-in refactoring and also code linting to reduce common errors before runtime. Okay, so this has been a very short demonstration of CloudStudio. I hope that you can see my shared vision. I think importantly, choice is good, and I believe in the idea that a future alternative for CloudStudio could be a browser-only solution hosted by and seamlessly integrated into iOS, a zero client install solution that is decoupled from third-party dependencies and abstractions, and a solution that is unshackled in its own creative destiny. So thank you for watching.